Hey folks, welcome back. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Is music a little bit quiet? Turn it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna having a bit of a look around now. I've got some gems to use. I'm pretty close to being able to level up either one of these shaman that we've got. We've got these female shaman kobolds, including Benjamin, by the way. I probably should have called it Benjamina. I don't think you can change that yet. Anyway, but then we've also got the white kobold sorcerer. Now we could level up one of the shamans to level 2 to give them storm magic level 2, but we already have that with the sorcerer. I feel that it might be wise just to wait for the extra diamonds to come in, and it's going to be what, about 10 turns, a bit less than 10, a bit more than 10 turns, and in 10 turns we could end up with we could get a kobold sorcerer. I think, is it sorcerer king? I can't remember what they're called now, but that will give us the battlefield wipe spells. And at that point, you've got to make sure that any non-white kobolds are suitably protected with magic items, because they're going to get wrecked. So you'd have to get rid of a black kobold scout, for example. But you kind of don't need them, because if you've got a battlefield wipe spell and any of the, the third level spells that the sorcerer can get. Now, I was debating with myself, and I'm sure Merry Discusser will pop up with a detailed comment on this, because he's very knowledgeable, but I can never remember. I seem to remember thinking that it wasn't that it was better to level up the shamans to level 3 than the sorcerers. I can't remember why I thought that. I think it was something to do with their rituals, but I forget now. And I think honestly, it might be the rituals, yeah. And honestly, I think there's not a lot in it. What you will get from a white kobold shaman leveling up is that you will get things like you've been able to get, the dragons and stuff. But there we go. So I think I'm actually going to put it into Azak. I think I'm going to do it that way. So we're going to have to wait a little while to be able to get the to be able to get more diamonds out. Now we could trade for them. The problem is I didn't have a whole lot of gold. Let's see what our gold's looking like at the moment. There's a battle in a graveyard. Look. Okay. Okay, we've got a stone drake available, but we really want to upgrade to the kobold stronghold first. So there we go, let's get that done. So now we've got 2 kobold strongholds, and we're going to start getting the better quality kobolds out. Now, again, on the advice of Merry Discusser, I'm going to try to remember to leave the white kobolds, not bring so many of these guys. You don't want too many of them. They're not that good in combat. They're all right in the early game, but they will die. But yeah, you want to be a little bit more discerning with them, I'd say, and just bring the better units. Now, this is a bit of a risky battle. I think we'll win it though, just because of the magic. Sparks. We've got sparks. I think we'll win it because of the magic. Let's send those guys in. And then we're going to grab this iron mine here, and then we've got another potential kobold stronghold. Now, I think we're going to get 8 of these a turn. I think I can afford to get a stone drake. Oh, catapult's really nice though. Ooh. What would you do there? I mean, I think a catapult here is going to be pretty useful, right? I'm going to go against convention there and go for that. I'll also save some metal in the process. I think that, sometimes it can be useful to get some of the extra stuff. Oh, wow, we got dwarves everywhere. I've got to kill that dwarf queen character. Now, if I remember right, I'm pretty sure we've got a demon invasion on our hands as well. Kobold warriors really do struggle to get through the dwarven armor. And your average dwarf will chop through a kobold warrior quite easily. But still, we've got lots of them. We've got a green kobold chief available. Fantastic news. Now this is going to enable us here. Let's make a kobold hatchery here. I think we want to do that. Yes. Yeah, we can afford it. So we've got a kobold hatchery. We're going to be able to put a kobold stronghold up pretty much straight away. Maybe next turn. And then we've got 3. So that's going to be useful. But we do want... Oh, can I afford him now? Where would I be able to get him? No, I can't afford him. Okay, so I kind of messed up. But so we missed out on a green kobold chief and the option to get green kobolds, but that's okay. We can get him another time. So that's interesting. We can actually get green kobolds just because he is available for recruitment. I didn't realise that. Curious. Okay, let's start trading for... what do we want? Diamonds. Even though we don't have a whole lot of money, I think trading for diamonds just so we can get just a little bit quicker up to the white kobold sorcerer and his rituals. Yeah, we'll wait for the ritual of mastery, I think, there. Okay, where are these dwarves taking our stuff? Okay, down here. So I think we want to keep this group, Pakis, around here. And I'll probably send Benjamin's group to deal with these and retake what we're inevitably going to lose here. Might be worth putting some kobold slingers up. Oh, sorry, some Hoburg slingers up in that area there. Fortified Hoburg. Okay, we've got another green kobold chief available. We've also got a shaman. I think I want the green kobold chief there, though. Let's get the green kobold chief up just so that we can actually get green kobolds on the map. And let's have a look at the capabilities of the green kobolds. Right. First and foremost, they've got forest stealth. This is really useful, and I know that, you know, I mean, look, you'll see how much forest there is on the map. There's loads of it. So you can just stealthily move your kobolds around. You can just have scouts, you know, green kobolds just sat in there waiting, just looking around, seeing what's going on. Stealth is so good in Conquest of Elysium. If you're playing, you know, as a kind of for a min-max game, you really want to get any kind of stealth. Now, the black kobolds are obviously better in terms of stealth, but these guys also have poison resistance. And they've got some pretty nasty abilities with their, when you get the shamans and the sorcerers. A very, very fully fleshed out class, this one, I tell you. Okay, what do we got here? We've got a Wizard of the Golden Dawn. And we've got a Magus, High Arcana. And we've got an Animist. That's scarier than it looks. We can't do anything with that. So we're going to wait a turn, then we'll grab the Kobold the Kobold Lair. Or the Kobold Stronghold, sorry folks. I think I'm going to bring... yeah, it's quick to go that way, isn't it? Okay, Iklek. Okay, look, we're starting to get some of the warriors now. We're just going to be leaving these little kobolds here for the time being. Now, it doesn't mean you can't use any of them. I mean, you know, if you need to go out and do something, take them with you. But I am seeing the argument, you know, for, you know, trying to avoid using them as much as possible and just saving them for being able to buy things like stone drakes, dragons. I haven't really made great use of the dragons, actually. I find the stupid units a little bit unreliable. So that's one of the reasons why I sometimes don't bother with them. Ah, okay. Okay, they're not going to get in here, but I will just go and intercept this group. I would like to go and take these back, and then we'll come back and get the Kobold Hatchery sorted. Oh, we got a port. If that is empty, then we should take that too. Oh, Pakis does have one more move. Okay, so we'll take these guys out. I don't really want to be moving around with the Kobold Shaman, although she is just kind of sat there doing nothing. Okay, it's just a very small group of dwarves with some human retainers providing them some defense for their passage through the mountains, but we managed to catch them. Okay, should we send, who's closest? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, yeah, so we'll send Pakis back. I will keep Benjamin exploring down this way. There. Okay, so this is where the source of the corruption is coming from. There's evil dwarves. Have we got another leader available? No. Let's take some Hoburg slingers, and we're going to just jump on this, and hopefully there's nothing there. Ah, there's a moose in a fairy circle. If we go in there, we might teleport. That could actually be quite fun. Let's see what happens. I think it'll be the end of next turn that they will teleport. Oh, there's a ford there. I was like, how is he floating over that river? It's a magic dwarf. Yeah, I should bring these moose down fairly easily. Okay, got a few made a few basic losses, but that's all right. Okay, let's go and kill that. Okay, Icarus has taken this. Let's just leave those there, and we'll come back, I think. Okay, that's really nice. We've got a port now, so we could become seafaring kobolds. The most scurvy of all the nautical little dogmen. Ah, Brigand's Lair. Let's take that so that we don't get any more brigand invasions. Ah, now, do we have enough troops in our kobold stronghold to be able to defend ourselves? I'd say so. Okay. Ah, we got a bridge. Okay. Okay, why can't I put the... Oh no, that's the hatchery. Oh, okay, so that means we need the level 2 ability. So I don't want to cast that yet. 46. Oh, they've only got a handful of guys, but that's still a handful is enough to cause problems. I think I'm going to come back and just defend against this. Meanwhile, Iglet can just have a bit of a wander around here. She's got a bit of a defensive retinue. Should be okay. Something about this game is so great, man. And I think it's partly the music. I think I love the music in this game so much. Okay, let's get Ark here. The Ritual of Mastery. Bronk. There we go. White Kobold King. So there we are. So we finally got the Kobold King. The kobolds are defined by two characteristics, those being vanity and cowardice. The epitome of these two characteristics is the Kobold King, perhaps with the exception of the sorcerer. Though well versed in magic, he hides in his throne room adorned with jewels, gold and any trinkets that gleams or glitters. While the advisors will tell the king how much like a dragon he is, it is said that the Kobold King is a favoured sacrifice to some of the major dragons. Okay, so we might be able to sacrifice him to get one of the better creatures. Now, I think... let's have a look. He also enables a recruitment of white kobold warriors, the white winged kobold archers, white dragon spawn chief, and the storm drake. So now we've got this guy, we can really start getting some better stuff out. I feel like Thunderhead, Thunderward, that's shock resistance in a 25 burst. We probably don't need that much, but yeah, I'll keep it on. Actually, we'll have Quicken Army, Arcane Tempest, all enemies slow to cast. Okay, so this is a battlefield wipe spell, and it only affects enemies, but it stuns them, and it does 1 to 3 damage. Not the best battlefield wipe spell, but I mean, stunning's pretty good. Strength does negate though, so that's going to be better against weaker troops. I'm pretty sure they get like a better battlefield wipe spell. Quicken Army is also very, very good, giving everybody quickness. Thunderhead's great, and remember, being still level 3 means that you're gonna get multiple. You're gonna get 2, Thunderheads off potentially if that's your only second spell, level 2 spell, and then you'll get 3 shock or lightning resistance off. Okay, so let's continue. Let's go. Yeah. So I don't want to lose this. Okay, I don't need those that badly. I can come back and pick those up. I think I would rather just get the this second hatchery up. This white mage, I think he's going to make a mess of this army, isn't he? Okay. Oh, we got an ambush in an iron bog. Could be dangerous. Black Kobold Murderer available. They're not quite as good as I was thinking. They're still worth having though, I think. Especially since they are pretty cheap. I mean, look, 33. They're basically the price of a scout. Let's grab one of those guys. It's not going to hurt, is it? Yeah, okay. So as I expected, the dwarves going to start running around in my back line, taking my economy stuff. I don't really want them to do that. Okay, so it was a bunch of brigands. I don't think these guys are going to survive this. Now, if we're unlucky... Oh no, this brigand's, he's caught fighting the Stone Drake, and he's not going to come off well in that battle, I don't think. Although I did stun my own Stone Drake there with the magic. This thing needs... Oh, he's diseased. Oh, well, that's that then. He didn't last very long. He must have got diseased in the bog. Ah, there we go, look. Here she is. There's one of them anyway. We want that abandoned mine. And I definitely want to kill the Dvala because I hate them. So I won't be able to do it now. That's way too much for us to deal with. Pakis can't do anything this turn. Yeah, we don't want to be using our dwarves in a foretelling. That's a better spell to be cast in one of our kobold strongholds, I'd say. Okay, let's get the... it's gonna be the Ritual of Mastery, I guess. Is that the one? You want to summon a dragon? Nah. I don't know, like, the dragons just... I think they've gotten better. I think the dragon is one of those things in Conquest of Elysium where it really got a big upgrade in the last, as Conquest of Elysium 5 has kind of developed. But I haven't really, I never saw much. They just kind of fly around and occasionally attack stuff. I didn't think they were that great. But they are fun to use, so maybe we just pick them on because they are fun. Got a Black Kobold Chief available as well. Okay. Getting the Black Kobold Chief would be worthwhile, I think. Yeah, it is level 2 for the Kobold Stronghold. I thought it was. So, yeah, we can't afford that yet. Let's get... Where is that? I'm just going to go to our recruitment buildings, and I'm sure we've got more. Okay, we've got the ship here, shipyard here. Sorry, we've got the fortified Hoburg, and we've got another port. Ah, where's that first port? Toad Haven. Let's get a Black Kobold Chief up there. Wow, the murder is really cheap as well. Okay. We're just leaving these little kobolds in, look, just as guards. I'm just going to send this guy out as a scout, I think. Okay, I have to wait a little bit longer before we can do this. No, we can go and clear that, though. Okay, I'm just making sure that we're not, there's no problems over here. We are losing, we've lost a few of our economy buildings this way, but look at this. This is better. I'm going to leave Isruk there. Okay. Dwarves coming up with more stuff now. Probably do need to think about being a little bit careful. Apparently the dwarf AI has been changed. I'm sure I read that in one of the patch notes. Because before the dwarf queen didn't really make much of an effort to try to win the game, as far as I could tell. At least not that I remember. It just sort of, she just sits in a hold and doesn't really do a whole lot. We got a Sea Father here with a snake staff and a star ruby. That's a great item. It's got hydromancy 2 though. Do I win that battle? Let's find out. I think I win that battle, unless he's... Yeah, because look, they've only got outdoor dwarves. Now, the outdoor dwarves aren't great. They've got dwarf workers. They've got one Queen's Counselor, which is tough. Oh, they've got a runesmith as well. Yeah, that's a bit of a... That's a tough battle, but we do have 2 mages. And we got Air Shield as well. And we got a Storm Drake. Yeah, I think we edged that battle, I'd say. Bring Pakis back. Yeah, you can start getting the white dragon spawns now. These are really good. So they don't look great, right? But they are. So 2 armor. They've got 5 hit points. So they're not like, you know, particularly strong. They're not going to stand up in a fight, you know, against strong units. But they do have this dragon bow, which is a decent ranged attack look. And they've got a reasonable, you know, short sword attack. They're shock resistance. They're flying. And they've got a shield. So these are your flying, like, these are your good flying archers. You've also got the winged white kobold archers, but look, as you can see, they're nowhere near as good. They've got a bow and a claw attack. And then these ones are expendable, the white dragon spawns. So these ones are, you know, they're like almost like real troops. You have to pay for them though. And you have to pay for them in gems, but they're very, very cheap in gold, look. It's 25 gold for 10 troops. Super cheap. But it's the gem cost you got to eat. Okay, looks like we found some more brigands. And we found the haunted city of Rockajab. That might be useful if we can take that. Okay, has he split that army? Because I want that magic item. Uh-oh. We got danger. Yeah, we lost our shaman. Oh, no, we didn't. Wait, what happened there? Okay, what happened to the shaman there? I could have sworn I saw that disappear. Oh, I see what happened. So yeah, it was just a trick of the it was a trick of the way that the movement was. But the stone drake moved forwards and she swapped positions. You just didn't see it. So there we go. The stone drake actually got in the way. Okay, that is a manageable battle. Let's go and take that. We want that item, that fire gem or the fire ruby, whatever it's called. That's a very, very nice little item. Let's get the ritual grand mastery, and we can put up the kobold stronghold. There we go. So now we got a fourth kobold stronghold. 1, 2, 3. No, I think it's 3 that we have. So we are established on the map now. I'd say we've got to the point where these, you know, we're starting to actually create some of the actual kobold warriors that we can use for battles. We do need to get a few more leaders now. You know, you can start picking up things like the kobold archers if you want, if you think that they're worth getting. I think they probably are. I also like the standard archers just for defense. The white, yeah, these ones are, look, you only get half as many, but you only pay half as much. So yeah, interesting choice that you get to make there. Let's put some basic archers in there. You'll get some basic archers too. But it's nice to have extra archers just in case you are attacked. And we've got plenty of money at the moment. Oh, okay, we got a Monkey Maharaja troop. I think it's Monkey Maharaja. Yes, that's the Bandar swordsman. So this is the Bandaraja. Now they're in forest. Oh no, there's troll pit. Let's grab that haunted city. Now this is not a recruitment place. Interestingly enough, it doesn't have a gate either. There's an old castle ruin. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Let's just see what else we can find. Out here in Elysium. Oh, we've got another AI player by the looks of it. Now, I want to bring Benjamin and the army back. We've got a bumper harvest this year. Very nice. Providing the Benjamin survived, of course. But I'm pretty sure he will. Or she will. There we go. Okay. Didn't even lose a troop. And we got the Star Ruby, which was what I wanted. Okay. Okay, there's a dwarven city. Okay, this guy's got the snake staff. Again, I'd like that, but look, they've got Rhyme Warriors on the front line. Those are strong. But they are not resistant to the magic that we're firing at them, so that's a nice little target for us, I'd say. Now, look at this. You can't get through these dwarven blisters until you've got a lot of troops. But, like, for example, that's when you want to bring a lot of chaff, because then you've got much better chances of surviving. What do we want here? Let's pick up some of the more of these decent archers, the flying ones. Okay, we've got the white kobold archers. Let's just take some of these and we'll leave the rest here. And we'll go and send these off this way to just go and find... Now, assuming that this isn't an illusion, I don't think it is. I think it's the Monkey Maharaja. I don't think that army's going to beat us. The Banda Swordsmen are tough, and the Vanara Archer are also really nice little troops. But the Makata are kind of crap. And we've got numbers, and we've got a mage. So I'm thinking we win this one. Also a library there, look, which is, you should never ignore those. So I need to get myself lots of leaders now, just so I can copy what the dwarves are doing and just send lots of troops around to just pick up on the stuff that I'm losing. Yeah, we'll whittle these guys down, I think. I actually expected them to perform a lot better there. I don't think they kind of underperformed, but they didn't have that many troops, and we were blasting with magic. There we go. So we've got a snake staff as well. Now that item probably doesn't want to go on the shaman. Let's see how this battle went. This is going to be a little bit tighter. Kobolds will die to Markata archers. And Bandar Swordsman probably put a dent in a Stone Drake as well. Ooh, this is looking bad. I might lose this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to lose this. Underestimated their numbers. Oh well. So we're down one Kobold Shaman, but there's plenty more where they came from. Now, if I had loads of flying units, I'd just fly in here. We don't have enough flying units to be able to defeat that. Okay, let's send this kobold. Ooh. Another dwarven city. So this is where the dwarf queen is. Now we can kind of float around here and just kind of effectively neuter her. But I want to come up this way and kind of deal with... Yeah, I need to have some troops around here just to catch anything that these dwarves take. I think here... Oh, there's another white kobold chief. Let's get a white kobold chief up here. And yeah, we'll save a little bit of money. Okay, there we go. There's a little kobold force. I might just go and see what's up this way. With Kiki Biki there. A not at all ridiculous name. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. I need some little armies that can just move around and pick up the stuff that the Dwarf Queen's taking. Because if you don't, you got to deal with that, right? Because if you don't... Oh, this is a bit scary. Okay, we won though. That's good. Let's just go back to that kobold layer. Which one was that one? It's one at the top. Okay. Yeah, if you don't deal with the economic damage that the AI does to you by, you know, constantly taking stuff off you, you will suffer. It's a big problem. It's like in Dominions, you know, somebody's raiding you and you think, oh, I'm just losing a few provinces, I need to go for the jugular. Unless you take that jugular, you know, unless you cut that jugular very fast, you can end up losing the game and death from 1,000 cuts. Okay. Alright guys, probably going to be the last turn, I'd say. Now we have got an enemy AI coming in, so we do need to get back and protect our kobold stronghold there in the north, our original kobold origin. Oh, we're attacked in the kobold layer again. This is not good again. Ah, fortunately, now again, that was this. They really came in for me really hard. I think the AI just wanders around, just wanders, but that felt like it was trying to kill me then. Okay. So let's bring this force back up this way. Oh, it's got another Kobold Chief, look. Yeah, do I have to recruit him here or can I get him here? No, I can get him here. Oh, there's a Sorcerer. And a Shaman. Okay. We've got one Sorcerer down here. Let's put one up this way. And let's get a Shaman too. So this is actually a pretty strong force now. Well, it will potentially be a pretty strong force. What we do need to do is then get ourselves some more... would you buy these? I think you get these for free now. Or do you? And I'm going to get a Kobold Chief as well while I can afford it. Let's just get another one. I want lots of little units. Even if they're just, you know... Yeah, that's probably not going to save him if he gets ambushed. I just want to send this guy, Razu, here. Oh. Wait a minute. What has happened? Oh, that's a different character. Sorry, guys. Here we are. So it's Ook, the one I was talking about. This guy's a flyer. Yeah, I'll send him out this way. Let's use him as a scout. A cheap scout. I'm going to avoid those giant ants if we can. We do not want to get attacked by giant ants. Okay, he's just got the same line pretty much. Yeah, I remember Murray Discussor saying that when he was reminding me about what's going on. So they don't have the greatest rituals, at least early on. So we do. I reckon we probably would want to level up Benjamin next, just so that we can start that line. I think you can go to level. You can go to level 2. I don't know if you can go to level 3. I think it's just if I remember right, it might just be the White Kobold King that can do that. Yeah, we got a little bit of bad luck with this spell. I don't think Arcane Tempest is the best spell there. It's not terrible, but you know, I mean, stunning everything's pretty useful actually. But the damage is pretty wimpy, and we're not really not making use of the White Kobold's natural ability there either. So, bit of a shame. I would have liked to have got, you know, the electrical attack. I can't remember what it is now, but the battlefield-wide electrical attack. Pretty sure there is one. Alright guys, I'm going to end the episode there. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. By the way, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, and yeah, leave a comment as well. All the comments help the algorithm, and I'm trying to make an effort to try and put a video out daily at the moment. I always struggle to keep this momentum going for long because other stuff comes up, but that's my aim. So if we can somehow try to, you know, boost me up in the rankings a little bit, that'd be really fun. It'd be really good for me anyway. Appreciate your help there, and I'll catch you next time, guys. Take care.